It's time for number 8 of the Enlightenment Chronicles. I'm reading it from my iPhone because I've got it on Kindle. Makes it very handy. Could recommend it. We believe that we are the unit character with its apparent thoughts, beliefs, opinions, and positions. We believe we are this sack of conditioning called a human being. That belief is tantamount to falling down the rabbit hole. See, I mentioned last time we talked about the fact that unbelieving was the true path. And you got to unbelieve everything that you currently believe that I just read off. You've got to unbelieve that you are the unit character. And you got to unbelieve that you are your thoughts. You got to unbelieve that you're a Bob or a Carol. I don't mean to get vague with the unit character. That's just what I call it. I call it here. But it means who you think you are. Like I used to think I was a Fred. I mean, it's hard to believe, but I did, just one of these. We have to unbelieve that we are this sack of conditioning called a human being. We have to come to unbelieve that. Because if we don't, then the human being will always be out there trying to find awakening out there. Well, trying to find awakeness, trying to find enlightenment, trying to find God. You don't have to go out there to find those things. You can't find them out there. They're only here. They're only right here. If you want to find God, look at me. This is God talking to God. Look at yourself. You're God too. God's not somewhere else. There is nowhere else. God's not involved in something else. There is nothing else. They're just this. See, and the problem is we thought when we read that they just this, we didn't really know which this they were talking about, did we? But when awakening occurred here, the first thing I noticed was, oh my God, they were talking about this. You mean this? I'm not waiting for a higher consciousness. Like, what does a higher consciousness look like? I don't know, but I'm waiting for one. I've heard about higher consciousness, and that's what I'm trying to get. Listen, there are different levels of clarity, a billion different levels of clarity. But awakening is you are or you're not. It's not, you notice consciousness doesn't have like lots and lots of different levels, not in the way that we're talking about. Consciousness has one level. This is it. You've been noticing it. You've been enjoying it your whole life. Well, you haven't, but the unit has been. The unit's been like full of consciousness, given consciousness to. It's been putting the consciousness that is into this trip of the world, this idea that there's a world here. Everybody really believes that, and it's fine. We can go along with that. We're not trying to fight that. We're not trying to fight what is. We're not trying to fight relativity, and we're not trying to rise above it. And we're not trying to pull a spiritual bypass of any kind. We are responsible human beings, and we must do whatever we have to. And that is one story, and it's a true story, so to speak, which means that it's as true as it needs to be. That is relativity. And we cannot dismiss relativity just because we have come to find out that we are awakeness or we are consciousness or that we are God or however you would want to put it. We can't dismiss relativity. It's not supposed to be dismissed. It's not an error. It's actually it's grace. Relativity is grace because it gives you awakeness the opportunity to live. You are purely subjective, but you get to live objectively and you get to explore yourself objectively. That's what this is all about. Maybe what higher purpose is there than to serve divinity? That's your purpose. And what's my purpose? It's to talk to you right now. That's really what my purpose is, until it purpose is something else. This is my life's mission until it's something else. I didn't decide on this mission, and I guarantee you I won't decide on the next one because there ain't no one here to do it. So I want you to loosen up. Loosen up about what you think you know. You know that 2 and 2 equals 4 within relativity. Well, what if 2 and 2 equals 4.1? It doesn't, but just don't be so hard and fast with everything that you know. Right? You don't, I know this is right. I know this is wrong. I know this is good. I know this is bad. What if you're completely wrong about all that? You are completely wrong about all that. So you may as well get used to finding out the truth and living the truth instead of trying to live the lie of being a separate human being amid 8 billion others. My God, is there any wonder that we that we get a little paranoid? We're on a planet with 8 billion lunatics, right? And if you're not awakened, you are a lunatic. I don't care how good you are, how sweet you are, how fine you are still a lunatic. And then there's those people that really are the lunatics. My God, we're all at risk of those at every moment. They'll just go nuts. They do just go nuts, and they do crazy things. And it's that too is okay. That too is part of this. It's not like the good part. This is not the good part, and that's the bad part. This is just part of it. It's all part of it. It's all one whole. One whole knows nothing about good, bad, right, wrong, left, right, white, black, doesn't know any of that. You are prior to what you really are, your truest nature. This is relativity. Relativity is the land of opposites. But you are that which is prior to relativity. You are far beyond opposites. You are what's talking to you right now. I can't help but love you. You are myself. And you love me, although you may not like me or you may not know that you love me yet, but you do. Because you can't not, because you love yourself, and I am that. Bye for now. See you soon.